It's a great question. I think the first point I want to highlight is, unfortunately, even when you risk stratify patients, outcomes are still fairly poor in this patient population. So, a median overall survival of less than 1 year. That being said, we've done some work to identify, can we use AML-based risk stratification criteria to identify the particularly high-risk subsets of patients. And when we use, for example, the ELN24 AML lower intensity criteria, we do get reasonable stratification. We identify patients that are particularly high risk, such as those with TP53 mutations. Ultimately, though, I'd say those risk stratification tools are only moderately informative. So to put things in perspective, you can apply something called a C statistic to the application of risk scores. 0.5 is like a coin flip, 1 is perfect, and the AML-based risk criteria operate somewhere in the neighborhood of 0.5 to 0.6 in terms of how effective they are. So better than a coin flip, but not by a whole lot.